Hi everyone. Um, Good evening. Am I audible to all? Can you just give me a thumbs up or a check just in the chat icon if I'm audible to everyone? Okay, so we are waiting for the next 2 to 3 more minutes and then we're going to start with the session for today. Okay, yeah. Can someone please update Manoj in the group that he's not able to connect? The meeting is started, but I think he's not able to connect to something. So yeah, let's start. Just quick check. I want to reply from everyone. Am I clearly audible to everyone? Am I clearly audible to everyone? Okay, next one for is Praveen and others. Am I clearly audible? Loita, am I clearly audible to you as well? Okay, guys. So, how's your quarantine time going on, guys? What's up? How's the quarantine going on? Going good. It's going to be in soon on 15th, I believe, right? After 15th, we're going to be back in a normal life. Be at home to work from home and learn new things. It sounds good. May not. Yeah, you never know. It may there are chances of the uh, lockdown will be increased till 30th of April, maybe. You say you will share for some of the programmers you have not shared, if I'm right. Yes, I have not shared any programs yet. It's my fault. I'll do this by tomorrow. Before tomorrow's class, I'll share the questions. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for troubling. It's not at all a trouble, Guru. It's okay. Actually, what actually happened in the last session, there was nothing like questions. We used to solve them in the class itself. So I never created a sheet sort of stuff. But it's okay. I'll do it for you guys. I'll make some and I'll share it by tomorrow, before tomorrow's class. Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about uh, few important data types like list, tuple, and dictionary. Also, we will discuss about functions. So the four important topics we'll discuss today: list, tuples, dictionary, and functions. Okay, these are four important stuff, list and all these things. So pay your attention in the class today. So let's start today. How many of you have joined us? It's 11 of us who has already joined. Are you guys not available on any of the weekdays? If you plan a class in the weekday or something? Because since we all are home, I was thinking to take class on a weekday also. On any one of the weekdays. Maybe in the night itself. Not in the morning, in the night. What say, guys? Because as per my understanding, there was a guy, Heyman. No, do not plan any session on weekdays. Hmm, okay, we'll look into it. Last time as well, I could not attend. Um, because I'm meeting some late evenings. Okay, cool. No problem. We'll not have it. Not an issue at all. So let's discuss about Python best. Yeah, in groups we are only having for loop and while loop. That we have covered in last session. Today we have to start with list. So there are four important data types. We have list, we have dictionary, and then we have tuples. Just a second, give me a second. Sorry, so and we have tuples. Okay. Anyone knows what is the list in general term? What is a list? Why? How do we define it? What are the uses of a list? Anything anyone want to share? So yeah, it's collection of items. So it is implemented to store the sequence of various types of data. How can we define a string? How can we define a list? So we can define a list. Your voice is very low. Am I clearly audible now, Praveen? Okay, so how can we define a list? We define a list with two different square brackets. So for example, I'm taking a list L1 and I have to define them using two square brackets. These two square brackets denotes that whatever is mentioned inside it is a type of a list. So suppose I'm entering the name as Ashish, I'm entering the name as Rahul, I'm giving a value 100, I'm giving a value 10.2. So these are different types of data. So one of the property of a list is that it can store multiple types of data inside it. So we can have a floating point data, we can have an integer data, we can have a string data, we can have a boolean data as well. In case I want to have some boolean data, we can have a boolean data. So these are some properties of a list. Now if I just write print type of L1, print type of L1, let's see. Okay, so if I execute it, why am I not getting an option to execute it? Yeah, let me create one more new file. Day 8 underscore 1. Yeah. So the previous file was a text file, that is why it was not executing. If I execute it now, so you can see it says class list. Okay. Multiple data types and stores. What is the basic definition of a list? A list can be defined as a collection of or a sequence of multiple types of data inside a single entity. So you can define that as a list. Yeah. Now let's take an example. Mm, and let's try to do something with that example. Now, suppose if I want to print some data inside the list. Suppose I want to print some data. Um, is it kind of an array with multiple data types? For which an array cannot ever contain a multiple data types, it is kind of a linked list with multiple data types. An array has a property that it can only contain a single type of data. So you can compare list with linked list in Java or C++. So let's take an example of a list. Suppose let's take an example of college. So in college we have teachers. So I'm taking a list of teachers. Teachers is a list in which um, we have the declarations of teachers. Suppose there's a teacher Ashish who's um, having 102 room number and teaching automation. Okay. Now we can say we have multiple departments. I'm taking department one as one list. I'm taking department one as CS, and I'm taking the value as 100. I'm taking one more department. I'm giving the value as mechanical, giving the value of mechanical, and the code for this core subject is 101. Okay, that's it. Now, so if I suppose if I want to print, if I want to print my teacher's data, how can I print the data? So first of all, let me print the complete list. The teachers are screen got stuck on department 2. Is the screen available now? Is the screen visible to you guys? No, it's not freeze from my end. It's not pause. It's working today. So yeah, coming back. In case if I want to print the complete list, how can I print the complete list? So we can simply use the dot format stuff. And here, if I say teachers, it should print it. So let me execute it first of all. So see, mm, there is something wrong. Let's try to find what is wrong. Anyone, why is it not printing me the list here? Okay, tell me the issue, guys. Come on. I know what the issue is, but I want you guys to find the issue. What is the issue? Here. Why has not it printed me anything here? The one who will be answering fast will be getting a Paytm of rupees 10. No, I want to use format only, but still it is not printing. This is the statement. It is not printing me anything. Just give me the correct statement in place of this. What is the error here? Can anyone just correct the statement and print it and tell me? No, Praveen, it's not that way that you are saying. Ankit, can you just tell me the complete line? Yeah, correct. Surya, shall you uh, get a great name of this thing? So here, now if I execute, see, the teachers are, it completely executed the line. Now what in case I want to print all these details separately? How can I print these details separately, guys? So to do that, we can say print let's say name of teacher, the name of teacher, then we have code, suppose, and we have department. So dot format teachers. Now see, since I want to access the first value over here, a list always starts with a zero. A list always starts with a zero. Okay, now in case if I want to access one of the record, how can I do this? I can do this by using the indexing. By slicing, I will say I want teachers 0, comma teachers 1, comma teachers 2. No, mm, just a second. Anyone know the shortcut for formatting this stuff? Okay, now if I execute it, name TEK is notified. I think we have an error. Yeah. Now you can say name of teacher Ashish, code 102, department automation. So in this manner, we can simply print each and every detail of a list. Control plus that is a way to what do we say that commenting type. I'm asking how to format. Yeah, there must be a shortcut. So I'm not putting it right now. So leave it. And is this thing clear? How can you actually connect with every element inside a list? How can you connect with every element inside a list? Is this thing clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt? How can you connect with every each and every element of a list? Not clear, so Manoj, there is nothing which is. Okay, let me tell you one more time. What exactly we are doing here, Manoj? We have a list, teachers. Okay, now in case I want to print a single element of this list, we can do this by simply indexing it because a list is always starting from 0. So this Ashish is at position number 0. This 102 is at position number 1, and this automation is at position number 2. So in a similar format, the way we discussed about slicing in my last lectures, in similar fashion, we are able to get the single elements of this list. So if I try to access teacher 0, I will be accessing the value Ashish. If I try to access teacher 1, I'll be accessing 102. If I try to access teachers 2, I'll be accessing automation and so on. Now, in the similar fashion, if I say print, if in case I want to print the department as well, so department is comma, just simply say what do you want to print here. I want to print department 1, and here I want to print the 0th value. I'm writing here as department 1, comma, code. What is the code? Now here I want to access the second value, so I'm writing department 1, second value. Okay. Similar fashion, I'm just copying this line. Now if I say department 2, code. I want to access the second list. So I'm giving the name of the second list here. Yeah. Now if I execute it, now you can see department 1 CS code is 101 100, department 2 MA code is 101. So in this fashion, you can, in this manner, you can get every single element of a list just if you want to perform an operation on them. Is this clear now? Is this clear? Anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. Others, is it clear? Okay. Okay, so I did something wrong like this. Yeah. My code is not running. Try what is there? Can you tell me the screenshot or the code which you are trying to execute? Islam. Can you just share me the code? Can anyone else tell me what is the doubt, problem in his code for in the code Islam shared? Anyone who can tell me what is the problem? Department 2 and Department 2 in print. Department 1 in print. Name of teachers is code department. Only he has this amount of code. Sorry. Anyone else can tell me what is the issue here with Islam's code? Just try executing them on your own laptop style and tell me the issue. Mm, okay, so I think we should change the name. Let me comment out my code. Anyone who can tell me? So I want department one, so there's no error is shown in line 2 department. So it is showing me an error here. Dot format teacher. So it says print of name of teacher, so department, teacher 0, teacher 1, line number 30. So it is showing an error here. Okay, so you are declaring it incorrectly. Um, a list is defined using square brackets. Islam, I already mentioned. A list is defined using a square bracket. So you are defining a set here. So please pay attention, Islam, while you are in the class. Okay, the first thing I mentioned today was, see, it is executing it now. The first thing I mentioned was that you have to be very much careful. Okay, this is an important stuff, and you cannot do these very small uh, issue. Are you getting it? Yeah. So guys, please pay attention while you are copying the code from here. Normally, I do share all the code after the class, but still, whenever you're copying the code, please pay attention. Okay? Because as I already mentioned, L1 was whenever we define the list, it starts from it is from the square bracket. Okay? Correct. L1 also. Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's move ahead in the same topic. We all know we can slice a list. For example, as I already mentioned, slicing is something like this. We can use the slice operator also. What is the slice operator? Can anyone help me with it? What is the slice operator, guys? What is the slice operator? What is the slice operator, guys? Come on, I'm not expecting the silence from all of you. No one knows what is a slice operator. Come on. Colon, yes. That colon is called a slice operator. So no one is aware about colon, slice operator stuff. It means you guys are not at all revising whatever is taught in the class, right? Is that correct? No one's actually paying attention over here. This colon is called the slice operator. Discussed in the complete class. So we can slice a complete list as well. Okay. So whenever I'm saying zero slice, so it prints me the complete all the elements after zero till end. What is the most important stuff regarding a list is that we can update it. A list is mutable in nature. What is the difference between mutable and immutable? Mutable and immutable. Anyone? What is the term mutable and immutable means? It's just an English word, I guess. Mutable means we can change the data. Mutable, yes. So keep in mind, list is mutable in nature. List is mutable in nature. What does it mean? It means we can update a list, we can append new items in a list. So both of these things are possible whenever we are discussing a list. Yes, that's correct. Which means whenever a list is created, we can add and remove values to it. This is actually the hairline difference between a list and a tuple. If someone asks you the hairline difference between a list and a tuple, this is it. Okay. So let's continue. How is it a list mutable? Let's focus here back. So I'm taking two lists again. For as an example, I'm taking one. Let's take the one list only. Now, if we have values like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I want to update a value. So let's first of all name this list. Now I want to update a value. I want to update a value at an index position of 2. So I want to update the value with Ashish, and I want to print list. What does the term means? When I'm saying I want to update the value, it means at this position in the list. So 0th position, first position, and second position. So at second position, I want to update the value. I want to replace the existing value with this updated value, which is Ashish. Which is Ashish. Okay. Mm, Also, now suppose I want to delete one of this stuff. I want to delete. I want to delete one value. So we can write el. What I want to delete, I want to delete it from a list. Uh, which value I want to delete from a list? Suppose I want to delete the eighth value, or else the ninth value itself. I want to delete the ninth value from the list. I can print again list. Mm, yeah. So let me save it and execute it. So you guys can see. So the first thing that we write here was print list. So this was the given list that is printed completely, which is 029. Then I said update list 2 with Ashish. So at position number 2, it replaced the existing value. It replaced the existing value with Ashish. Then I said in the next line, I said delete list. In the next line, I said delete list. So at position number 9, so which was this position, it deleted the existing element and printed it. Can you comment on this? On what do you want me to comment on? Surya, on what do you want me to comment on? List name is a reserved word. Yes. In case if you write list in small, you will say it will say the function existing function. So in case if you want to write list, you have to use the capital L. You have to use capital L in that case. Yes. So yeah, is this clear how why we say a list is mutable in nature? A list is mutable in nature because we can perform multiple operations in list, such as mutable operations, such as we can update a list, we can append a list, we can delete an element from the list. Now there are some more operations actually. Mm, there are some more operations to be discussed. So the operations discussed when we're discussing strings, similar operation exists. And so the first operation that we can perform is the repetition operation. It's the repetition operation itself. What is the repetition operation operator? What is the repetition operator, guys? How do we denote it? We denote it using the star sign. So now suppose if I take an example of the above mentioned place and I say print um, print list star 2. Will this work? Will this work? Let's check it. Print away always be small letter. Yeah, this print has to be always in small letter. Okay. So a repetition operator actually enables the list elements to be repeated multiple times. So now suppose if I say okay, let's try. For example, I am taking one more list. Okay, I'll take L1. Okay. Now if I say L1, L1 star 2. Yeah. So if I try to print it, so this is a repetition operator. Now if I try to execute it, let's see what happens. So you can see clearly the list repeats itself after the number 8. So this was my original list. Since I used a repetition operator, the repetition operator is a star which actually is responsible for repeating the same list multiple times. as per the number mentioned. So we mentioned the number 2, so it repeats itself with 2 times. So 1 to 8 and then 1 to 8. So that is the first operation that we can perform on any list, which is the repetition operation. We can multiply, we can actually repeat a list with n number of times. Okay. Similarly, the second operation that stands here is the concatenation. Concatenation. What is concatenation operation? Anyone? What do you mean by concatenation? It means addition. Now we already have a list 1, so I'm taking list 2. So let me take the numbers. This time let me say Ashish 0.2 and we have a value 2. Now we have 3 different data types, and the fourth type of data, which is integer, is in the left side. Now if I say print L1 plus L2, what will be the output? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess me the output here? So let's execute it. Yeah, set up. So what exactly happens? First of all, it prints the mentioned list, which is L1, and then just simply concatenate it with a second list. So in all, it makes it a single list with all the members of list 1 and list 2. With all the members of list 1 and list 2. Is this clear? What is the concatenation operation on a list? So the third type of an operation that we have here is the membership stuff. This is the membership operation. So what is the membership operator? Anyone? It stands for the type, or with the in operator that we say. Now suppose if I say print, let me take 4. I'll say 4 in L1. Print 5 not in L2. So it returns me a Boolean value. So the first returns me true, the second also returns me true because we do not have 5 in L2. Okay. Is this clear? The membership operation up to everyone? Anyone having any questions still here? Anyone having any questions still here? Anyone? Membership operator gives a Boolean value, yes. So now let's move ahead towards the iteration process. So the first step is the iteration step. But how do we iterate a list? Membership checking for the value in the list and returns true or false. Yes, Sachin, correct. So the next is iterating a list. What do you mean by the term iteration? What do you mean by the term iteration? Anyone who can tell me the name of it? What do you mean by the term iteration? Repeat, yes. So how can we do this? We already have a list L1 with us. So let us iterate the list L1 itself. So we have multiple ways of this. How can we do this? The first way that we have is for loop itself. So we can say for I in L1 print I. If I execute it, so you can see. So since we have a list of 0, 1 to 8, so it printed each and every element inside the list. So we can iterate each and every element here, and we can perform whatever operations we want to using the same stuff, right? The for loops we have already discussed. I hope the sign is clear to everyone. For I in L1 or whatever the list you want to give, you can perform the n number of operations inside you, whatever you want to, depending upon the program. Depending upon the program. Is that clear? Okay. Can we use while? You can try using while, Praveen. No, I'm not going to create a new mess today using the end operator. We already wasted our time in the last session. So you guys can try this experiment at your own. Okay. In case if you get stuck somewhere, you can take contact me. Okay. So let's continue. How do we? The next thing is that how can we add a new element inside a list? If we want to add a new element, how can we add a new element? So let us take an example of an input from the user itself. Okay, so I'm taking example. First of all, I'm taking an empty list. I'm saying L0 is an empty list here. Okay. Now let's take an input from the user n equal to. I want to take an integer input. Enter the elements of the list. Enter the elements of the list. So yeah. Uh, okay, into the total number of elements which is right there. Then how many members of list do we want? Because under number of elements in the list so that we can execute a for loop. So once we have the number, so we can say for I in range from 0 to n, 0 to n. Okay, 0 to n. Why did we say that this n? Because n is the number of elements that we have. N is the number of elements that user say. Suppose you want to say I want to enter 10 elements. So the loop will be executed 10 times. That is why we are taking the n star. So how can we add the values? So L0 dot. We have a function called append. Append simply means adding a new value at the end. Adding a new value at the end. Okay, so in this function takes the input one, so we can say enter the list item. Enter the list item. So whatever the list item is entered will be appended at the end here. After this, we can just simply execute one more loop just to print I. Is this code clear to everyone? This level, this amount of code. If anyone having any questions, you can ask me right now, or should I execute it? Anyone? Is this code clear to everyone? This one is a little confusing. Just try this. Read it out, guys. One more time, calmly. Read it out. Write it out one more time and tell me. That is why I'm not executing it right now. Once you are clear with the code, tell me. I'll move ahead. Mhm. Can you explain it one more time? Okay. Purush, can you unmute yourself and explain it to everyone? No, the list name was L0. So Purush, can you unmute yourself and explain it to everyone one more time? So I am unmuting you, okay? Yeah, tell them now. Is it there, Purush? Are you there? I unmuted you from here. No problem. I think there's a network issue. So guys, I'm explaining it one more time. No, you were not audible. I muted you back. So while I'm explaining it for one more time, so we were having an empty list named as L0. So next time is we are asking for the number of items inside the list so that we can execute a for loop. So once we have the number, we are executing our for loop using the function range. Range from 0 to n. N is the number of elements inside the list. We have a function called append. So for every iteration, a new element is appended in the list L0. So L0 dot append. So whatever you want to append here will be asked from the user, and this input will be directly given back to the L0 item. Then once all these inputs are added inside the list, we have our mode for loop which says I want to print all the elements inside the list 0. That is it. Is it clear now? I is the number of position of the list. Yes, I is the number of position inside the list. So if I execute it now, so it will be asking me enter the number of elements. I'm saying 5. So the first element is Ashish, then the next is 100, 101.2, true, and I'm saying 11. So you can see it printed me down the first of all it asked me for the inputs, and once the input is given, it printed me down the complete list, which is the list that I entered. Is this clear to everyone? This program, instead of using second for, can we print L0 directly? Yes, we can do this. So if I say print L0, this makes it easy. Let's execute it. It is again me asking me enter the number of elements inside the list. This time I'm adding 3. Ashish 100 101.2. So here you can see it added all the values inside a list. Are you getting an error in this, Lolita? Are you getting an error in this? As the position for the second for change is printing the result every time before asking the item. And what is the benefit of using for loop earlier? This for loop, guys. So how will you ask for the number of items? Suppose I want to enter 10 items, right? So let me make it more simple to you. I'm not asking the user this time. I'm saying I'm removing this step. I'm saying for I in range 0 to 3, 4 you may say. So this time I'm asking the user to give me an item. So if I execute it, into the list item, I'm saying Ashish, girl, 100, and 121. So it again printed me down the complete list. Here the range function is working. So range function worked 4 times, so that 4 different elements can be added here. So this is the number of elements you want to add inside the list. Okay. Yeah, just give me a second. I'm getting it. Yeah, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So you were telling earlier when we started with this loop that the positioning of our loops should be correct. Like,
Correct.
when you're using
Yeah,
tab or
indentation.
so today by mistake what I did was for the second for which we have written earlier, it is for I in
Mm-hmm.
L0. That I didn't make it as the beginning of the first for. So you
Mm-hmm.
can, yeah, there I did. So is it
Mm-hmm.
considering that as a nested loop? Because now you try to print
This is what you are saying,
every
right?
time. Yes, if you
So
print,
that's
there is asking.
so let's see.
Uh,
Let's execute it. So it's asking for the
mhm.
enter the items. So I'm entering the item as Ashish. So you can see it printed me Ashish for the first time because in L0 only one item is existing. So next time if I write Garg, now this time it will be printing me Ashish and Garg, both of the stuff. Right.
Yeah. So
So
is this because of the for position, the second for position that it is asking like every time and
see,
printing the result immediately?
yeah, so you are just printing the result immediately. So L0 is the list. So first of all, this for loop comes into the action. So in this, whenever this for loop comes into the action, this line starts executing itself. In this line, it gets an input from the user, adds it in the list L0. Now it comes to the third line, which says one more time for ILN0. Now L0 since have only one element of first iteration, so it prints you the first output. Since there are no any other elements, it comes out of this for loop. It sees there is nothing else here. It goes back. It increases the value of I. It comes here. Okay. So it again asks for the next item, which is Garg. It comes here. Since L0 has two new items now, so it prints two items this time. And this
Okay.
continues.
So,
That is why. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So any more questions, guys, in this list? Still here? Anyone questions still here? Anyone having any questions? You can tell me. We have some inbuilt functions for list as well, so we can discuss few of them here today. Mm, Inbuilt functions of list. So some new inbuilt function of list is suppose you want to calculate length of a list. So you can simply write len and you can give your list here. We have in list L1. Now I want to find the maximum available inside the list. So we have a function called max L1. Similarly, we have a minimum L1. The L1 is the name of the list which is used on which we're going to perform an operation on. Okay. Now suppose I'm having a string. Now suppose I'm having a string. I'll say AV equal to Ashish. Now if I want to convert this string into a list, I can use the function list, which is an inbuilt function, and I can give the sequence here. And I can give the sequence here. Now if I execute it, before that I am commenting this out. Stop and rerun. So you can see the sequence which I gave as Ashish, it converted that sequence into a list using the function list. The minimum inside this was 1, the maximum was 8, and the length of the list was 8. So these are some inbuilt functions of list which are already available. There are multiple more functions. You guys can just go to internet and see whatever you want to, because there are plenty of list functions available with us. Is it clear, the list stuff? Any questions in this, or we should move to the tuple one? Any questions, anyone till here? Anyone questions? Any questions still here, guys? Great, so let's move to the next topic, which is tuple. Yeah, I've included list couple dictionaries that I have not taken right now. I'll take that in a later one. Ashish, would be one element in which case? Pardon, I'm not getting your question coming here. This one, Ashish, would be one element in which case? Last example. Yeah, so in that example, it will take whatever sequence you are giving, whatever string you are giving, it will consider each and every in position as an element of a list. So that is why it printed ASHISH. So you are saying, not taking value from the user. So you have L0, L equals, okay guys, one by one, what is, let's see what is the question. L0 integer, enter the value for I in range, L0 dot append. So why is it not taking the value? Is everyone facing the same problem? Lohita, are you also facing the same problem? It is not taking the value. How can I make one element as Ashish? You are asking me this second that I don't want Ashish to be separated individually, but I want it to be a single element. So in that case, you can take an empty list and append that. But we cannot do that with the list function. Okay. Is no one able to take the values from the user? Can anyone answer me? Only the last one. You are not able to. Which one? Lohita, you are not able to take. Because this is, can anyone else try this on their own systems if it is working? Because I don't think there's an issue in this. Print list AB. Yeah, because this code will perfectly work fine for me because there is no issue, I believe, in this. What is the issue that you are facing, Manoj, in this? So, Lohita, the AB was not entered by, it's working for me too. The AB was not entered by the user, the AB was a string given by me itself. So that is why it's not coming to me. Yeah, Manoj, I'm unmuting you. Yeah, Manoj, tell me.
Yeah, Ashish, whenever executing my program, the first value taking, like
Hmm.
we're given like n equal to input. So if I'm entering the value 2, so
Hmm.
there is two times of interlist item is going for second for loop. But if I'm trying to do give any value, it's not taking, not printing anything on control.
I'm not getting it, Manoj, your exact
See,
question.
for the for loop, where we're giving the n, taking the value from user for n number, right, in the list.
Yes. So you are saying for
So
this one, right? You are
no,
saying for
I'm
this one, you are taking.
yeah L0 dot append interlist item. From there, I am not
Hmm.
if I'm trying to give any value, it's not typing there on the console,
Because
right?
there's an error in this code, Manoj. I already
You're
said,
saying
please copy carefully. I am doing this. Let me show you. So I'm
no, I
also
think
writing input here, right? And you're not using the input function. So how will it work? So append is taking the
input
complete input function. If you see carefully.
right, right. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Please correct it. So yeah, guys, I think it is it. That's it. List is clear to everyone. So now let's move to the next one, which is the tuples. What are tuples? How does this they work? Because since list is clear to all of you, tuple will not take a lot of time. Okay, we actually have only one difference between addition and tuple, that is the mutable and immutability of this. Okay. Mm, so let's take two examples this time. Yeah. So tuple, yeah. So tuples are immutable in nature and they are represented using the parenthesis. So I'm saying I'm taking a tuple as T1. So we define a tuple using parenthesis. Now we can give any value here. We can give any type of data. We can give integer. We can give boolean. We can give any sort of data. Now if I try to print the type of T1, and if I also print T1. So now, okay, let me take one more new file this time. Day 8 underscore 2. Let's execute it. So you can see it says it is of type tuple and it turns you down to complete tuple. Okay, they are immutable in nature, as I already mentioned. If I try to remove something or if I try to perform an addition operation here, it will give me an error. You can see if I try to do this. I'm saying d1 2 equals curly. Now if I say print d1, you can see tuple object does not support item assignment. Tuple object does not support item assignment. I cannot use the assignment operator once a tuple is defined. Once a tuple is defined. Is this clear? Rest all these operations are similar to the way we have in list itself. So as an example, we can take the repetition one. So if I say repetition operator, all the examples that we discussed in this part, which let me give you a brief, are similar. Just the only thing that we cannot perform, we can also do this stuff also. Instead of the list, we can define a tuple. We can use them the way we want to. We can iterate every value of the list of the tuple. But what we cannot do here is we cannot append it, we cannot delete it, we cannot update it. That is the problem. Rest you can use the repetition operator in the similar fashion the way we use in the list one. We can use the concatenation operator, it concatenates two different tuples together. We can use the membership, and we can in this format only we can iterate a tuple. Okay. So should I repeat all these things one more time, or you guys can do that on your own? Because the only difference between a listening tuple was of mutability and immutability and these parentheses. Everything rest is same. Yes, everything rest is same. There's no other difference. Only there are few lesser functions available for tuples when compared to lists. That is it. So just try this one more time once at your own, guys. In case you guys face any issues, just to contact me. I'll help you out. Okay. So I'm counting on you guys regarding tuple. I'm not explaining it again because it is completely similar to list. There is no difference. Okay. Let's come to the next important topic. So I want to concerns from everyone. Okay. Each one of you who are present here. Is that okay? All of you? In tuple, we can't add any element. Yes, we cannot add any element in tuple, Manoj. Where we use list and where we use tuple, can you explain, please? So, as the name says, so the place wherever we want to, where we know that there is an exact data which will not be changed in any fashion, in any manner. This data is not going to be changed. This is going to be the concrete data, and that is will be going to use the tuple. And the places where you know this data can be updated, there you can use a list. For example, a student database. If I say in a school there's a student database, you can use a list because there are multiple enrollments every year. And in case of a tuple, you can say your personal information, your admission number can always be explained in a tuple because your admission number remains same. You cannot update your admission number at any point of time, ever, whenever you are inside the college or in any education institute, right? So it depends upon the requirement separately. Okay, is this fair to you, Praveen, now? Anyone else having any questions? Anyone else having any questions? Is type converting to tuple? No, type is used for giving you the type of object that you are using. So type is used for telling you what you are using. You are using tuple. That is why it is telling you type of T1 is tuple. Okay. So let's move to the next topic, which is dictionaries. Just dictionaries. What is a dictionary? Anyone can tell? Anyone can brief me something about it? What is a dictionary? How can we use it? And any other stuff? If you guys have heard it before. What is a dictionary? Key value pair, key and value. A map in a Java, same like dictionary. Yeah, you can say a hash map here. Yeah, so a dictionary is nothing but dictionary is a key and a value pair. So dictionary is also mutable in nature. You can update, delete elements in the dictionary. How do we define the dictionary here? So for that, mm, yeah, for that we use curly braces. So suppose I wanted to define the dictionary dict1. So again, guys, keep in mind dict is a inbuilt function of a dictionary. So you can define the dictionary. You cannot define a dictionary with dict. So dict1, you have to define it using the curly braces. This is an empty dictionary right now. Now I can give a key. So I'm giving the key as name. I can give a value which is Ashish. Now I can give another key. I can give it another value. Mm, I can give another key. Institute colon and then value. Suppose way to automation. So in this fashion, you can define the dictionary. So we use curly braces in dictionary, Manoj. Curly braces. So these are, so see, this is curly braces, this is parent. Don't get confused. Curly braces, parentheses, square bracket. Okay. So how can we define the dictionary? We can define the dictionary using the curly braces all together. So the name is Ashish. So this is a key which I'm giving before colon. This is the colon which is used to know bifurcate the key and a value. It was differentiate. So the left hand side value is the key and the right hand side value is your value here. Now let's see what can I print it. Now if I say print the type of dict1, print the type of dict1, and I also want to print dict1. Let me execute it. So you can see it prints you that this is the type of a dictionary and this prints the complete dictionary. Okay, so let's take an example how can we access the different values of a dictionary in case if I want to. Now we are taking the example of the same one only. So suppose I want to print the name of the teacher, so I can say the similar the way we do it in list. Name. Now I'm only going to print the values of the dictionary. I'm not going to print the keys. So name of the teacher. Um, dot format. Now I know that one. Now the way we used to give the position in case of our now if that one was a list, we would have used the position here, but now we are going to use the key here since we have a dictionary. So the value at this key will be printed here. The value at this key will be printed here. The value at this key. So it will map the keys all together. So don't get only difference here is between the list and the dictionary is we take the key here instead of the position. That what key you want to print. Similarly, if I say print page is so guys don't take it seriously, my age is not 30, okay? Format text one age. So now if I execute it, you can see it is only taking me the it is printing me the data, but the values are only printed to the given keys. So the given key here was name, so it maps goes to the dictionary, it checks if do we have a key with the given name? Yes. Does it have a value? Yes. So it just prints the value given there. Okay. Looks dictionary is more useful than list tuple. Exactly, Torush. List in Python is used drastically actually. We use list in everything, use dictionaries in everything. So once you will be comfortable with dictionary, you yourself will be using dictionary in every stuff. Okay, because in this case, we do not have a headache that what is the position of the item. We have to just keep in mind the key and we have to get the direct value of that key. Simple. We can also update our dictionary. How can we update our dictionary? Suppose I want to update all the stuff. Now I'm going to ask the user print. Okay, not print. I want to ask input this stuff. So I'm saying in place of dict1, in place of the key name, I want to give an update. I want to say take a input from the user. Enter name. So whatever the name will be entered here will be given to this dictionary. Whatever the name will be entered by the user will be updated in the dictionary. So before this, let me print the dictionary. Print dict1, and I'm saying in place of age, input enter age. Now I'm printing it again. Let me execute it. So this is the dictionary printed in the earlier mode. Now I'm updating it. I'm saying the name is Rahul. Age is 30 again. This is finished. So it, after giving the input from the user, the dictionary is updated, and it updates the value of the given key on both this or both the keys. So that is easy, right? That sounds good and easy. So we can update the dictionary as per our requirement. We can also delete anything. So we can use the keyword called PL. What do you want to delete? We want to delete dictionary one. Which key you want to delete? I want to delete the key institute. Institute. If I print, then one. If I repeat it again, enter name, Rahul, one. Now as you can see, before this it printed down the dictionary with the value key value institute and video automation. But since we deleted it, one of the key, so it deleted the value itself and then printed with the dictionary. So a dictionary is also mutable in nature completely, guys. I hope you got it. Any questions still here so far? Any questions so far? Anyone? Any questions still here? You can share me. Okay, seems no one wants to ask anything. Everything is clear to everyone. Are you guys hungry for the dinner or something? You guys are not replying me. Okay, what is the use of a dictionary? So, such a dictionary is used everywhere in Python. Suppose, let me give you a scenario. As a tester, when we're going to test an API, so have you heard of the stuff JSON? Sachin, have you heard of something called JSON? So a JSON data is also a type of a data which is in the form of a key and a value, right? So in Python, the same thing that we have, JSON is the XML format. You are incorrect, Sachin. JSON is not the XML format. JSON is the key value format. Okay, so yeah. So whenever we want to pass a data as a payload to a put or a post request in the form of a JSON, we use a dictionary because that is the only thing which is replicated by Python in place of JSON data. So we'll come to that once we'll be starting with the API stuff. That will make it more clear to you. Okay. Yeah. So we can update a dictionary, we can delete it, we can perform our iterations on a dictionary. Yeah. We also have some inbuilt functions. Could you please repeat the dictionary of the use of a dictionary? Yes, Praveen, I was saying whenever we have to deal with API which is post in nature, and we have to send a payload in form of a JSON. So whenever we want to send the data in form of JSON, we use dictionary because JSON is also a key value stuff, and uh, this is also a key value stuff dictionary. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? We will be actually using these in we will be using this when we will be dealing with API automation. Where is JSON used? It will be used in automation, guys. We will be using it when we will be starting with the API automation stuff. Can you unmute me, please? Yes, Sachin, give me a second. Yeah, Sachin, tell me.
Yeah, so dictionary is the key and value, something like you said. If we are, using the post, uh,
Mhm.
in using the API, like if we need to post something in the API, so if we are, posting something key and value stuff, so we are
Mhm.
using dictionary, right?
Mhm. Correct.
Okay, so this is something like if we need to, post something in key and value format only, that's why we are using dictionary.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
Whatever
okay,
operations we want to perform in form of a key and a value, we use it.
okay. Only in key and value format, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
There are multiple more uses. We will be dealing with them once we were starting with automation. So,
Okay.
yeah. How to iterate a dictionary? It's not a regular for loop, right? So you tried doing this. Was it not able to be done using a regular for loop? So the for loop always prints you down the values. It never prints you down the keys unless or until you say the loop to print the keys. So let me do this. So this time I'm not deleting anything. Neither I'm going to take step. So if I say for I in dict 1, okay, print I. So you can see it simply prints you the keys there. So the keys that were available with us was name, age, and institute. So by default, all the keys are printed. Now in case if I want to print the values, I'll say dot values. Now if I execute it again, now this time it has printed me down all the values. Ashish, 30, and way to automation. So we can, by default, everything is printed in the format of keys, and in case if you want to print the values, you can use dot values. And in case if you want to get the key and the value both, we can use something called items. Now if I execute it, now you can see it gives you three different tuples, which is saying name is Ashish, age is 30, and institute is way to automation. Okay guys, this is the way we can iterate the dictionary. We have some inbuilt functions that we will be discussing later in the classes. That is all for the day guys, I believe. Anyone having any questions for the day? In the next class, I will be starting with the functions. I don't want to start it today because that will be a um, uh, greater topic. That is why. We're going to cover set. Yes, we will be covering set also in the next class. Anything else? Anyone? From the next Sunday onwards, Saturday onwards, we are also going to start our Selenium Python batch. Okay then, guys. When are we going to start API? So API will be started soon once we end up with the Python stuff. Maybe 2 or 3 more classes. Okay. Anything anyone else? Anything else? Anyone? Today I'm ending the class half an hour earlier, guys. So sorry for that. Um, I'm a bit not well, so I'm ending the session half an hour earlier. I have not done API testing before. Hope it won't be a problem. Yeah, it will not at all a problem. Trust me. Don't think on it. It is digestible. Okay. Take care. So that is it, guys, for today. You guys can disconnect yourself now. Thank you. Take care. It was lovely meeting you guys. We'll be meeting you tomorrow at same time, 9 p.m. sharp. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.